Hi, today we're going to be speaking to Karen Miles.
I became a carnivore 2 years ago, actually, just recently, just last week. It was my 2-year carniversary. I did low carb before that for 2 years and 3 months, and I had a lot of success. So that's a little over 4 years ago. And I lost like 30 pounds within a few months, feeling good. Dr. Berry's one of my favorite. And I would listen to him, and he would talk about low carb is great. Keto's great. Keto's great. But if it's not working for you, try carnivore. What's he nuts? What do you mean? Only eat meats, only eat dairy, only eat eggs. What are you nuts? What do you mean just eat that? That just doesn't make sense. But the food pyramid, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables. What do you mean don't eat that? I'm hearing Dr. Berry talk about this carnivore. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to try it because he says it helps inflammation. And I started it. And I jumped right in. The first night, my husband and I made fatty ribeyes, and I ate all the fat. I didn't even make it through the first meal, and I was in the bathroom with, sorry about this, diarrhea, because that fat was so much fat, I wasn't used to it all. And it sent me straight to the bathroom. Anyway, I just started diving into the carnivore, and in 3 days, that ankle pain was totally gone. 3 days. It was amazing.
Wow.
So I've also heard other people mention 3 days about helping them find some healing. And that 3 days was healing for me. I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, holy cow, this is amazing. Next thing you know, I'm starting to feel better. I'm sleeping better. And I had really bad sciatica pain, even doing the low carb. I've had it for years. And even my sciatica pain got better on the carnivore, which is great. Low carb didn't help it. I'd wake up sometimes with tears. I'd have to go on the floor and stretch. My husband would be like, Karen, you okay? My sciatica. But the carnivore has helped it. It has helped my skin. I used to have cold. I used to have dried hands and feet, and I really don't anymore. It's really been amazing. It's lubricated me all the way through on my dryness. But my joint pain is my number one thing I always brag about. I think my skin is smoother. I think my hair is better, not as dry. I sleep better. I used to have toss and turn in my sleep because my shoulders would hurt or my hips would hurt from the inflammation. My back would hurt. I'd lay on my back. It would hurt. I'd lay on my side. It would hurt. 20 minutes later, my shoulder, toss and turn, toss and turn. And since I lost all that inflammation in my body, eating meat, I no longer have those aches and pains. And that's why I'm able to sleep. I'm 62. I turned 62 a couple months ago. And I feel fantastic, better than when I was 42. I've always been active. I'm a PE teacher, and I've always been active, but now I do it pain-free. I don't take ibuprofen anymore. I love that. I don't want to take that crap. I used to be on before when I did the standard American diet, and even with keto, when I did the low carb it's more low carb. I got off of high blood pressure pills. I got off of cholesterol meds. And I got off of my CPAP machine. I used to have sinus problems. I used to use not a neti pop, but a Neil rinse. It's a solution, salt solution you put up in your nostrils and clear them out and help with the inflammation. I used to do that even with low carb. I do not do that anymore. That alone tells me that inflammation's out. I don't have the sinus problems. In the fall, I live in rural Illinois. There's a few cows near my school. There's soybean fields, there's corn fields, there's green bean fields, all these fields near me. And in the fall, I'd have lots of allergy problems. I don't anymore because I don't feel I don't have that inflammation in my head anymore with the sinuses. And that's why it doesn't bother me anymore. I don't have to take any medicines in the morning because I know Claritin or whatever, because I know I'm going to be hurting during the school day. I don't have to do that anymore. So I just thought of that. Wow, I don't have to waste my money taking all those extra things like the ibuprofen, like the Claritin, let alone the pharmaceutical drugs. So, but the community I found in the carnivore world, and I've just met you the last few months, and I appreciate you, buddy.